everybody, welcome back. So today, I'm just putting this piece down here to show you. I'm going to be working, as I said a week or two ago, on this piece. I'll just put it on the floor so you can see more easily what it is that I'm working on. And I'm going to basically start with the string work. Ordinarily, when I do the surface of one of the frames, it's got some sort of wooden support in the back, and that enables me to just staple really easily each string exactly where I want it. Sadly, because this is entirely made out of metal, my usual process can't be followed, so I'm gonna have to kind of be really structured and concentrate specifically where I want to put each line of string, and that's to prevent me having to cut the surface and work backwards, because normally then you can just staple all the mistake strings to the back of the frame. This time it's very complicated because there's no way I can staple into metal, and because of that I want to first put a bit of you know, create a bit of friction on the back. So I'm first going to wrap a bit of wire, kind of higgledy-piggledy, all over the outer ring of the frame to give it a bit of well, to create a bit of friction, so when I'm wrapping the strings around on, like, say, the edges of this metal, it has something to cling to. Right now I'm worried that if I put a string from here to the middle, it's going to, under pressure, recede, and then I'll end up with this, like, kind of metal sticking out, a bit like a tomahawk steak or something, you know, where, like, the bone's sticking out of the steak. But I don't want that aesthetic. I want the metal frame to be completely wrapped. So first off, I'm going to put a bit of wire around it and kind of rip tie it together to make sure it's solid. I could even weld it on the back to make sure it doesn't move. And then once that metal wire subframey clinginess has been put on, then I'll start to work on the surface of the string. Alright, let's crack on. This is the result of yesterday's beginning, and in all honesty I'm actually quite unhappy with the result so far. It's it's a bit too bulky, and considering I'm trying to go for this elegance right now, the space between here and here is far too wide, this is too shallow, basically there's a lot of mistakes, and at first I was a bit upset about that, but I thought, this is a completely new way of working for me, and yeah, I've let it sit for 24 hours. I've come back, yesterday I was working on it, I've come back now and seen the problems that are with it, and basically I'm gonna take most of this material off and start again with the rough skeleton, and that's fine. It's a learning process, and yeah, you have to do this sometimes. So basically, in the second attempt at this is going to be much deeper, and basically everything is going to go very close to the skeletal frame, and that way I think the elegance will shine through rather than this bulkiness. And you've gone through all the process of making it frame free, and it'd be such a shame if it looked like a kind of lump stuck to the wall. So yeah, basically first off I'm about to unpick all the work that I did yesterday, and then I'll begin again yeah, with the kind of new more elegant design. So can I jump in? Take two. So, it was a bit annoying before having to pull off all the work that I had done yesterday, but finally it's starting to, well, you can see for yourself, it's starting to look quite nice. All the initial areas have been mapped out and I've started to fill in most of the surface. There's a fair bit of work to do just up here, and yeah, I have to tighten it up around the edges, and also go in a bit thicker in some of the centerpieces to make a nice kind of flowing, to make a nice flow to it. But I'm going to call that yeah, enough for this week. It's good that these pieces are coming along quite fast, because it means that I can kind of tag them on the end of the other painting unit. There are one or two other pieces that have popped into my head this week that I'm probably going to try and fit in as well, and that way, yeah, it'll beef up this unit, and rather than having to wait 6 months to paint them, I can just tag them on the end of the current painting unit. So, all in all, pretty good. I'm quite happy with it, and yeah, I'll be continuing with it until it's finished. So, see you next week. Not sure what I'll be up to, but yeah, we'll see you then. Okay, bye then.